Have you ever thought about how important it is to have your pet on heartworm prevention? Did you know that you could buy 7 years of heartworm prevention for less than the cost of treating your dog one time for heartworms? I'm going to tell you today why this is an important health risk for your pet. Since I began working at a veterinary clinic, I learned a lot more about heartworms than I ever imagined. People usually think that heartworm prevention isn't necessary, but it definitely is. Today, the main point I'm trying to prove is the reason why behind your pet needs prevention. I'll begin by telling you how dogs get heartworms cost in some of the products, why is it important for your annual heartworm test, heartworm treatment, and dogs left untreated. How does my pet get heartworms, you're wondering? Basically, it's just that simple. It takes 6 to 7 months once your pet is bitten by an infected mosquito for the larva to mature into an adult heartworm. The heartworm is a parasite that lodges himself into the heart, lungs, and surrounding blood vessels and begin producing microfilaria, which are baby heartworms. There is always a few owners that like to disagree and say their pet doesn't go outside. Well, you do go outside. You've seen a mosquito before in your house, and have you ever seen a flea on your pet? Well, I'm here to tell you the answer to all those questions are yes. If a flea bites your pet that has been on another animal that is infested with heartworms, you can also be affected that way. Whatever you do, just do not be that owner. Hearing that will make you think, maybe I do need to get my pet on heartworm prevention. While yes, it is true that heartworm prevention can cost approximately $10 a month, there are many preventions out there to choose from that suits you best for your pet. Today I'm going to tell you about 3 preventions I've personally used. My pets currently use ProHeart 6. This is my favorite because it is a 6-month shot that you don't have to remember giving a monthly pill. Next is the HeartGuard, which has been around for a long period of time. It's a meat flavored chew that you give once a month that just does heartworms. The last is Interceptor Plus, which does heartworms. That's also a meat flavored chew once a month that also prevents intestinal parasites. There also is topical heartworm prevention. Whether you're a forgetful person like myself or your pet is a pain to give meds to, vice versa, there is always something that can work for me. Also, companies will pay for heartworm treatment if your pet gets heartworms on their products. Don't these have great prices? All you need to go with that is an annual heartworm test. Why is it important to have your annual heartworm test? Your pet must have an annual heartworm test for you to prescribe your pet any prevention. With this being said, there is some non-prescriptive heartworm preventions you can order offline. If you ever miss a month on heartworm prevention and your pet gets heartworms during this period of time, all you're really doing is skipping the prevention and preventing your pet from getting any more. On a heartworm test, it takes 2 adult heartworms for your test to test positive. Some tests come up lighter than others, and owners ask, is that a good thing? No, any possible positive heartworm test is bad. Like a pregnancy test, some results come up light. That doesn't mean you have a mild case of a baby. No. So your pet doesn't have a mild case of heartworms. This basically means you're wasting your money. Why be on prevention if the pet is already positive? Without having your pet up to date on their current heartworm test can cause them to have a shorter life because of something treatable that you are just simply missing, and a pointless cause that you could save your pet's life. Dogs with heartworms left untreated, for example, they have breathing issues, inactivity, lack of oxygen, organ damage, and even death. Heartworms take residence in the pulmonary arteries and sometimes further advance in the patient's lungs. The parasites have a tendency to migrate their way through the organs, causing inflammatory changes and damaging tissue. Coughing is a symptom when this is exercising or even at rest. Dogs who were once active animals show less activity levels and are signs of being heartworm infested. They will even avoid exercise, the lack of oxygen as the heartworms grow close off the heart chambers. This slows down the blood flow properly and decreases the oxygen supply to the dog's body. Heartworms cause damage to the heart, lungs, and kidneys and liver, and they are high risk for permanent damage. Heartworms that can live up to 7 years in vital organs. Death being your worst case scenario for heartworms can sometimes be a sudden death if you are unaware your pet is heartworm positive. This process can occur throughout the years, and They can lead to congestive heart failure, bleeding from the lungs, blood clots. With that being said, we're going to talk about the only option you should choose if your pet gets heartworms. Heartworm treatment, as everyone knows, that heartworms are parasites that are affected, so the heart is not an easy treatment on your pet's body. The treatment drug to cure heartworm disease is aminoside. Your pet will get 3 separate injections at set days in the muscle. Prior to your treatment, your veterinarian will prescribe you 3 months of heartworm prevention, and on the 3rd month of the last set of heartworm prevention, your vet will prescribe you 30 days worth of doxycycline. You will give this to your pet twice a day until it is time to start the treatment. The doxycycline weakens the microfilaria and weakens the adolescents to help aminoside fully kill the adults. Worst part of your baby is leaving them 60 days of cage confinement, strictly caged, no running around, anything that gives any excitement, anything that will increase the heart rate is strongly discouraged. This is the info I've provided you with today that has been giving you a short scare on keeping your pet healthy and protected. Today I've told you about the reason why your pet should be on heartworm prevention. I talked about how your pet can get heartworms, the cost, and some of the few products, the importance of your annual heartworm test, patients that are heartworm positive left untreated, and the treatment for heartworm disease patients. That can cost you thousands of dollars. So next time you're at your veterinarian's office, do not hesitate for 1 second to get your pet heartworm prevention. Your pet cannot get it for his or herself. They are counting on you to be their caregiver, so don't let them down.